Are you a match for your own standards? Sometimes men will make a statement that women want things that they don't even have. And that can be true. But the last post that I released had 22 different measures of preparedness for adulthood. And based on all the research that I've seen, and you can do your own research, women scored twice as high, up to 7 times as high as men in those 22 areas. So when you're talking about, do you meet the standards that you have? In many cases, not only do women meet the standards that they have for men when they want the same things that they have, when the woman wants a man to have the same things they have, but they exceed those standards by 2 to 7 times. And to go even further, if you Google male and female preparedness for adulthood, what emerges is a plethora of articles, books, videos, and studies on men struggling to grow up. Since around 1987, terms like failure to launch, Peter Pan syndrome, king baby, failure to thrive, the boy crisis, the male identity crisis, the male loneliness epidemic, the decreasing testosterone levels of men, and the newest one, NEET, N-E-E-T, not employed in education or training, have proliferated. And the consensus is there are growing concerns about young men's ability to successfully move into adulthood. Now, in that same period of time from 1987 to 2024, where we are, women have begun to see men as less than desirable. And the dating rate, the marriage rate, the birth rate have decreased significantly. And women have become much more vocal in their standards and in how men are not meeting those standards. So in light of all of that, in light of the fact that on 22 standards of being ready to adult, men are much lower, 2 to 7 times lower than women. And there are at least 8 descriptions of mental health phrases describing men who are lagging behind in their ability to adult, in their ability to grow up. The idea that women don't qualify for the men that they want is flawed in light of all of that. And the only way that it holds up is if men are only grading women on their age, which a woman can't control, and on her looks, which she has some control over, but can't control completely. And if that's all he's grading her on, that in itself is pretty childish. So it is very interesting. Very interesting. I think that we have to reevaluate some of the things that men say that a lot of people take at face value as true. Because when you do a little research and you do a little thinking about what's being said, it probably isn't as true as you might have thought it was at first glance. May you walk in Zenergy. Are you a match for your own standards? Sometimes men will make a statement that women want things that they don't even have. And that can be true. But the last post that I released had 22 different measures of preparedness for adulthood. And based on all the research that I've seen, and you can do your